presidency of Mr. Raymond Watson by Mayor James Mills and Commissioner Bradley from Scotland Net. Mr. Bradley is not in the room. Do we know whether he?
Yes, he'll be here in about another 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and proceed.
That's fine.
He's scheduled for 10, and we're gonna go ahead. and
Yes, no
proceed.
problem.
Okay. Mr. Mayor?
First, I'd like to start
No.
off. I need to sworn.
Yes.
Raise your right hand, place your left hand. You solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this action will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you.
Before we begin, do you have any new information for us this morning
Yes.
prior to?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be presenting that.
Okay.
First of all, I'd say good morning, and thank you all for being here and hearing this challenge. I'd like to be clear on the fact that the information that I've already presented, I don't need to represent. Is that correct? All right. So at this time, then, with your permission, I'd like to call Mr. Doris Hawkins.
Ms. Hopkins, will you stand, please? Doris Hopkins.
You solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this action will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Thank you.
All right. I tell you what, Ms. Hawkins, I'll let you stand here and I'll move off to the side and you can,
Okay.
you can talk. Ms. Hawkins, would you please tell who you are and what your job is?
Certainly. My name is Doris Hawkins. I'm Halifax County's Geographic Information Systems Coordinator. That essentially means I'm in charge of the map for the county.
Okay. All right. Now, would you tell me what your credentials are, other than being in charge of mapping?
There are no credentials per se for the position I'm in. I've been working for the county for 11 years, 9 years in that position in the tax office, which is where I'm based.
Okay. I have here in my hands from the North Carolina Board of Examiners of Engineers and Surveyors, a search, and I don't find your name
No,
there.
sir. I'm not a surveyor nor am I
Oh,
an
no, you're an engineer?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay. Okay. Are you familiar with Chapter 89C?
I'll have to see exactly which one you're referring to.
That's it right there. Would you read what it says right there, if you don't mind, please?
All right, be glad to. I'm assuming you want me to begin here at the right to engage in the practice?
Yes, if you could just read the whole
entire
thing
thing.
right to the end. And if you want to read the whole thing, it's okay.
I'll be glad to.
But I think
Certainly.
that would serve our purpose. If we have anybody else that wants you to read the whole thing, that'll be just fine.
I'll be glad to. I have 2 young children quite used to reading, so no
Okay.
problem. This is Chapter 89C regarding engineering and land surveying. This chapter shall be known and may be cited as the North Carolina Engineering and Land Surveying Act, and it gives several references to dates and revisions, I assume. 89C-2, declarations, prohibitions. In order to safeguard life, health, and property, and to promote the public welfare, the practice of engineering and the practice of land surveying in this state are hereby declared to be subject to regulation in the public interest. It shall be unlawful for any person to practice or to offer to practice engineering or land surveying in this state, as defined in the provisions of this chapter, or to use in connection with the person's name or otherwise assume or advertise any title or description tending to convey the impression that the person is either a professional engineer or a professional land surveyor, unless the person has been duly licensed. The right to engage in the practice of engineering or land surveying is a personal right based on the qualifications of the person as evidenced by the person's certificate of licensure, which shall not be transferable.
Okay, thank you. All right, now,
Mayor,
yes,
for
You want that?
clarification purposes, no, I don't want it, but for clarification purposes, can you tell us where you're going with this? Because I don't think Ms. Hawkins has ever claimed to be an
Well-
engineer or a surveyor.
I just want that for the purpose of the record, because the maps or the designation that is laid out is laid out by different land delineations for the definition of the boundary by the legislature, by the general statute. And I just wanted to have it clear that she's not qualified to make that delineation.
May I
Now,
read?
wait, I think I'm responding to her question. If you'll just permit me to find out what her credentials are and then establish the fact that you have to be licensed and certified or qualified to make a delineation or distinction, not just an opinion. An opinion is, it's just what a person thinks. But what I'm trying to show is because she is giving an opinion, then I want to know or to show what is the quality of that opinion. And the only way to show what the quality of the opinion is to show what the qualification of the person is who's making the opinion. Am I being clear? Okay, so if I might continue to.
Could we just let Ms. Hawkins
Okay.
say to us what she was getting ready to say in response to what you just said?
Thank you. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to appear before the board today, and I would also like to offer that I was asked to come here today for the very purpose of offering my opinion. At no time have I ever claimed to be a certified surveyor or engineer. This is my opinion as the county's GIS coordinator. By using recorded documents which were made available to me as to my opinion as to where the city limits boundaries are such. But I am slightly offended that this is being approached in this manner. Nowhere have I ever claimed to have offered anything other than my opinion as the county's GIS coordinator.
Okay, can I continue? Okay. At no time did I say that you presented yourself as that. But in order for clarification, I need to establish that. You have said that that was the case, so I can move on. Okay. All right, this is searches. Can I give you this? These are searches that were done showing that there's no record of her being a licensed or certified person under engineering.
Related to that.
Okay, that's just documentation. All right, Ms. Hawkins, I've been to you many times asking for maps. And of course you know that you're familiar with me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I've asked you for maps, and asked you to have maps designed or drawn according to various things and different ideas of things I would try to do in Scotland Neck. Isn't that right?
Certainly. I work with the town of Scotland Neck just as I work with the other towns that
Okay.
have their requests.
When I asked you about help in regards to trying to define where the boundary was, what did you tell me?
I told you at the time, I'm sorry,
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Okay. I told you at that time, I do not have the date with me, which when we talked, it was sometime just prior to or following your last meeting. And I do apologize, I have 2 folders for this subject, and I left the other folder on my desk. So I don't have quite as many notes here with me as I would like to have. I told you that what I would be able to offer you would be my opinion. I also told you, as I believe I told the town clerk as well, that in my opinion, the town attorney or surveyor would need to look at this more.